So plasterers have done about half a day so far. They've just left, so they've done about 5-6 hours and got a good amount done. They're not able to come in tomorrow, but that gives us a chance to get these windows in and a few of the last bits of wallpaper to come down, and then they'll come in and just skim the whole lot on Thursday. So they've put a scratch coat of sand and cement render on the inside brick wall and the pillar. So that's all ready for a top skim. Gone around and prepped the ceiling boards that I put up, so that's all ready for its skim as well. The last few bits of the renovation plaster, that's the breathable plaster, which we're putting on the external walls, especially anywhere that's low to the ground. That's all ready and keyed, ready for its top coat. Tidied up any of the old plaster that have blown and put a bonding coat on there. Same on the other side. Inside the chimney breast has been rendered now, so sand and cement there, ready for skimming, and then we can tile it when we come to put the oven in. A little bit of dot and dab just to finish off and square off the end of this wall. And now they're not coming in tomorrow, it means I can probably get this doorway built, get the stud work above it, and a bit of stud work either side of the door lining, and get that all in so they can plaster flush to the door lining. So it's a bit of a pain that the plasterers can't make tomorrow. They've got to go and finish another job, but I think we can use that to our advantage, get these windows in. It means we haven't got to pull an all-nighter tonight. And once those windows are in, it means they can do all the plastering in one hit. I've also been down to the engineers who are going to do the steel frame for us. That's so we can hang our wall units off it. And they reckon that can be done by the end of the week as well. So it might all tie in fairly well. And it might be that by the end of this week, everything can be plastered, everything can be finished. And then come Monday next week, we can crack on with the underfloor heating and the decorating. So that's the update for today. Try and get those last few bits done later and probably get a little bit of footage of the windows going in. And then the rest of this video will be next time the plasterers are in a couple of days' time. And hopefully we're going to see a big transformation and get the whole of this skimmed ready for decorating. So the plasterers have been in and done what they can on the first day. They're back in tomorrow to hopefully finish. Last job I can do really before they finish plastering is to box in the lintel. So I've put in some noggins in between the steel, and I'm going to clad it in ply first and then plasterboard over the top of that. And the reason for that is because we're hanging cupboards off, I need it all to be even with the rest of the wall. And here on this side you can see I've put the first piece of ply up, and that's perfectly level now, and we'll then plasterboard on top of that so they can plaster that tomorrow. And then I've got to clad the actual pillar in ply as well, so that's why we'll get the same distance out and nice and level surface for the cupboards. And just made up a little jig here which is set basically to the same width as the base plate of the circular saw, so I can just simply clamp this down on my mark and then rip along with the circular saw, and I know I've got a nice straight and square cut. So I'll leave the camera running and you can have a look at how that works. Easy way to rip down nice square strips and cuts on big 8x4 sheets. When you get big sheets like that, it's just a bit too awkward to get them on a table saw. So if you're on site or struggling with the size of them, a little strip jig like that works perfectly and a lot cheaper than buying one of the proper track saws. Now boxed in the pillar and the beam with this plywood, nice and square. I'm going to have to bolt it into the concrete in the morning because it's pretty late at night now, and I don't want to be waking everyone up with the drill. Once that's boxed in, we'll plasterboard over it all, and it'll just give us a nice tidy finish. It's been a bit of a pain because nothing is straight. Beginning to realise that building a house from scratch is probably a lot more straightforward. A lot of the walls aren't quite plumb, so I've had to brace it out, plumb it, and kind of pack out where needed. But hopefully it's all nice and square now, so we'll get on and plasterboard it, and then I think I'm ready for bed.